Good afternoon. So today I will be sharing with you how to use your training manual that we've given you when you join the Black Belt Academy. When I was training for the Olympics, I had a manual that I would use every day, and it was an amazing tool that helped me keep records of how I was training, what I was training, my goals, and my schedule. And then after my tournaments, I would look at it to see how I did and see if I needed to change something or adjust so that I could complete my task. So please enjoy, and if you have any questions, remember, reach out to me, and it'll be my pleasure to answer them.
Welcome to our update where we'll be focusing on the Peak Performance Training Manual and Progress Record. This is the ultimate tool for designing your training program so that you too can enjoy success. The first page of the training manual is broken down into weeks so that you can plan out your week of training and insert the different skills that you will be working on, for example, like pumse, sparring, or weapons. In this way, you can design your training program based upon your needs. This is the same system I used when I was training for the Olympics, and I would set up my training schedule based on a 6-week rotation and look at every day. I had 3 different training sessions, so I would use them so that I could set up the different aspects of my training and focus on what I needed to focus on. Your individual training program will be individual for you based on your needs and what you're trying to accomplish. You might spend more time on pumse, or you might spend more time on sparring drills depending upon where you are in the program and what you need. You'll fix this daily and weekly and even monthly after talking to your instructor, but we base it on a 6-week training cycle. This will be followed by a daily post-training review. In this, you will ask yourself 2 questions, then you'll ask your coach or your parents the same 2 questions, and then finally you will ask yourself the final question. In this case, you'll ask yourself, what did I do well today? What did I do less well? Then you'll ask your coach, what do you think I did well today? And what did I do less well? And then finally, you'll make an observation as to what you think you might do better or differently in the future to adjust to your training and, more importantly, to reach your goals and outcomes. This daily review is important and it must be documented. This way you can have an opportunity to reflect back on how the training went, whether the drills or skills are working for you, and more importantly, the reflection and the observation of the coach with his analysis or her analysis will help you better plan for future success. And then finally, we're talking about our daily planner. This is where we think about how we're going to train each day, how many training sessions we'll be doing, and with who. So in this one, we use the example of training at home with your dad. You're doing target drills. It's an endurance workout, and they had a 90% completion rate. This is followed by an 11 a.m. workout with Master Riz in Mountain View, and they're doing chest protector drills, which are body conditioning, and it was a 100% completion rate. Finally, at 9 a.m. on a Saturday, there was a Foster City workout with your partner Kaya, doing pumse and working strictly on technique with an 85% completion rate. This is where you build your daily plan for success. This is where you put together your entire workout each day. But more importantly, this is how you set up that 6-week training using that feedback to see how you can accomplish the goals you've set for yourself and become the best that you can be. You never know how your journey will start at peak performance. You'll come here as a small child with your sister or brother, and you'll make new friends, and you'll stay here to become the best that you can be. Along the way, you will learn amazing things, but the one thing that is certain, where you start will never determine where you end up. This is an example of one young man who had a dream, worked hard, and tried to make that dream a reality. And he ended up an Olympic champion. And so can you. Train hard, my friends. Here is a recap on the original program where we talked to you a little bit how to do your evaluation so you can set up your schedule. Remember, these are the most important tools as you prepare to become a black belt. When you joined the Black Belt Academy, we wanted to provide you with the method that I used to be successful at the Olympics. So here it is again, a small review. Here is your peak performance self-assessment process. First, open your notebook, reflect, write, and analyze. Then list your strengths, list your weaknesses, and then finally list your best techniques and list your worst techniques. So now it's time to get started. The first step is to open up your notebook. Reflect, write, and analyze all the various aspects of your performance. What did you do well? What did you do less well? Ask someone else what you did well, what you did less well. And think about it, write down those notes because that's going to formulate what you do as you move forward in your training. The next step is to list your strengths. What did you do well? And why did you do it well? And how are you going to keep and maintain those strengths as you move forward in your training? Now it's time to list what you did less well. What did you do less well? And what were your weaknesses in your training? What could you improve upon? For example, maybe your forms weren't as sharp as they should be. Maybe your kicking wasn't as sharp as it could be. This is an important step in realizing what you need to work on so you can set your goals accordingly. Now list your best techniques. What is it that you do well? What techniques are you confident in? What techniques do you think that you have currently under your belt and you can pull out exactly when you need them? And then you need to list your worst techniques, whether they be in punse, sparring, or weapons. List the things that you need to work on because they're just not ready yet. And this is how you're going to build your excellence, and this is how you're going to get prepared to test at the next pre-test. List your worst techniques and develop a plan on how you're going to improve them. And finally, meet with your instructor. Together, you and your instructor will develop a plan for success. You will develop a schedule that you will use as you move forward to the next pre-test. This will help you prepare and teach you how to set a goal, more importantly, how to schedule for success. It is only by planning for success that you can achieve success. So you're going to use this list, this self-analysis, and build a plan day by day, week by week, month by month, so that you can improve the techniques that need to be improved and you can still maintain the techniques that you currently have that you feel confident in. Together, we are going to become peak performance champions and peak performance black belts. We represent a community of excellence, and together we will find that place where we can excel. Now it's important to remember, the only thing standing between you and your dream of becoming a black belt is you. If you apply yourself, you'll be able to achieve that dream, make your parents proud, and your family, your colleagues at Gold Medal, but more importantly, our community. Together, we are going to achieve this goal. I want you to stay strong, do your preparation, and see me weekly for any questions you might have. Congratulations on the first step of your journey.